right, you have found it. It's another edition of Weather for Weather Geeks here on the 14th day of December 2021. Another fantastic December day. We've had 3 in a row now, and that's, pretty rare this time of the year to have 3 pretty sunny afternoons in a row, and temperatures, of course, were well above average once again. We'll start out this evening kind of like we did yesterday. We're going to look at this shot from this afternoon from our high-resolution or low-orbiting satellite, only about 450 miles above our heads. Providing some nice views of the region this afternoon, and we didn't have the just crystal clear skies that we had Monday afternoon, but it was pretty clear this afternoon, and a lot of these straight lines, of course, these are airplane contrails. We had some high-level moisture pushing in today. The relative humidity up around 30,000 feet or so was getting kind of high, so you had not only some cirrus clouds, but as the airplanes flew overhead, those contrails could last a little longer because the humidity was a little bit higher up at that elevation than it was yesterday when the contrails disappeared very quickly because of the low humidity up at the flight level. All right, we had another great sunset this evening with a band of high clouds pushing in. Sunsets are slowly but surely going to get later as we go from now through early in June. It's a very slow process at first, but we'll have post 5 p.m. sunsets again right after Christmas in about a week and a half or so. All right, temperatures at the 7 o'clock Eastern hour. Not bad for mid-December. 44 locally, but it's 71 in Dallas, 70 in Phoenix. Now, it is pretty chilly along the west coast where more rain is falling. In fact, another fire hose of moisture aimed at the west coast. We'll show you the radar in just a second. Now, clouds are pretty high and thin for the time being, but they're going to lower and thicken as we head through the overnight tonight. And this system really means some business. It was a soggy day in Los Angeles today, a soggy one in Vegas as well. And of course, this has been heavy mountain snow. As this pushes east, this is going to be a big, and I mean big, wind producer for a lot of real estate tonight and into tomorrow. In fact, high wind warnings are out for a huge area in the middle of the country. From the front range of the Rockies out into the plain states, some non-thunderstorm wind gusts could be in the 60 to 70, even 80 mile per hour range during the course of the day tomorrow. Also, there's going to be a, kind of an unusually elevated severe weather threat again tomorrow in places that you would not think of severe weather in mid-December. We're talking Iowa, southern Minnesota. There's even a non-zero tornado risk in this same zone tomorrow. And in recorded history, going back to 1950, there's never been a December tornado in the state of Minnesota. We hope that record stays intact, but it's going to be possible we could have some pretty beefy thunderstorms out there tomorrow afternoon. Back here at home, it's going to be a cloudier day coming up tomorrow. Doesn't mean it's going to rain a lot. I think there could be a spritz and a sprinkle and a shower in spots. That's about it. Just more clouds than sun for a lot of the day, but this warm front will continue lifting north, and that means temperatures by tomorrow night will actually not drop at all, hanging out near 50 all night, giving us a quick start to the day Thursday. With a little sun early Thursday, we'll be in the upper 50s before you know it, and the record high Thursday is low-hanging fruit. It's 61. We could flirt with that record on Thursday before a scattering of showers pushes in towards the second half of the afternoon. We'll get a little break on Friday, but this front's going to stall not far to our south, kind of near the Ohio River. Far enough to the south that the daylight hours Friday are probably dry, but towards evening, as this front starts wiggling back north as a warm front, rain is probably going to push in for Friday evening and setting the stage for a soggy Friday night. And soggy weather on Saturday, especially in the morning hours. Quick word about the longer range. The longer range is really coming into focus now, and I think the overall idea here is it's not a cold pattern, but it is a cooler pattern. This is the 6 to 10 day outlook today from the Climate Prediction Center. Now, the West Coast, the Northern Rockies, still pretty cold. The southern tier of states still pretty warm. But there's going to be some room now for some of this cold to come across the northern tier of states and come into parts of the Northeast, including around here, in the run-up to Christmas. And then I think in the week between Christmas and New Year's, we have a chance of an even colder period. Does it look crazy cold? No. I don't think it's a repeat of 2017 heading into 2018 when we had a severe cold outbreak at New Year's. That doesn't look all that likely, but colder, yes. But in the run-up to Christmas next week, we'll probably have a lot of highs in the 30s, pretty close to average. Nothing crazy, but certainly colder than the current pattern. The odds of a white Christmas are still not zero. They're still below average. I would still, much like yesterday, kind of put them in the 10 to 20% range. All right, that's going to be it for me tonight. And actually, this is the last Weather for Weather Geeks of the year. I'm getting married on Saturday. and I have time off starting tomorrow, taking us through January 2nd. I'll be back on January the 3rd. So no more Weather Geeks in 2021. I'll be pretty off the grid, especially from this weekend through Christmas. If there is some interesting weather outside of that window, I'll be commenting on social media as usual, but expect fairly, radio silence from me during that time between this coming weekend and Christmas a week later. Thank you for watching Weather for Weather Geeks tonight, this week, this year as well. I'm always impressed by how many Weather Geeks we have out there. I really appreciate all of you tuning in and providing the comments and the feedback. I love it, and we're going to keep doing this every single weekday that I work in 2022. My 11th year at WFMJ will be next year. So again, thank you for watching tonight and all year long. Have a great rest of the night, the rest of the week. Happy holidays to you and yours, and I'll see you back here on January the 3rd.